too late. I already took my phone off.
All right, so Scarlett Johansson is not.
Oh, you can use your Switch to light it next time.
Oh yeah. Anyways, what's up, folks? Welcome to Let's Trailer Reaction. Brand new Black Widow trailer dropped yesterday, so we're actually a day late. So we're still gonna try and catch in on that heat. So hopefully you are interested in finding out what a trailer reaction for this movie looks like. So Marvel Studios' Black Widow, brand new trailer. This movie is finally coming out, delayed 3 times since May 2020. So now it's back on the schedule, and it is coming out July 9th. 2021 via Disney Plus, and you can pay for the premium thing. I don't remember how the premium thing works. I think you pay
Premier Access.
Yeah, Premier Access. Do you pay for the movie and you get access to it early, right? Otherwise you have to. Yeah. Otherwise you have to wait. So it's neat that they're actually offering this, and it's nice that this movie is finally coming out. So this is Scarlett Johansson's first solo movie as the Black Widow. She's done this character 8 times now, including this movie, which is pretty crazy. I think she only loses to Robert Downey Jr., who did like 9 movies as Iron Man or something like that. But he'll probably end up cameoing in this one, so he'll get boosted up to 10 or something like that. So since this movie kept kind of getting taken away from us, like the kind of like the carrot, the donkey and the carrot or whatever. Oh, by the way, this is my brother Chris joining us, and this is Pat. It's been a little bit chaotic. So do you guys care anymore? I didn't actually watch a lot of the coverage originally because I was like, I know I'm going to watch in theater, so I actually avoided a lot of the stuff originally, and I only watched the trailer later on when they found out it was delayed. So Chris, do you remember even what's going down with this movie? Like, it takes place after Civil War, so it slides in between Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah, I'd call myself kind of a Marvel movie super fan. So yeah, I'm definitely tuned into that kind of stuff, and I know exactly where this movie takes place and what's going. So yeah, I'm waiting for it to come out. Glad it's coming out finally. I think with more casual people, they run into like this was probably why they chose to release it now as opposed to waiting even longer. Is they're running out into like this whole like, did Endgame wrap up this story, and why do we want to revisit this character that, you know, I guess it's not a spoiler anymore. The movie's been out for a while. That kind of died in Endgame. Is this something we want to revisit at this point? So as a super fan, I'm excited to see it. I worry about if casuals are going to be hyped for it and tune in.
Yeah, I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier kind of stole a little bit of its steam, because this would have been, I guess, our successor to the whole Winter Soldier, which we worship almost, into Civil War. Pat, you're a hardcore Scarjo guy. You've got the action figure in your hands. You're still down with this movie, right?
I've actually kind of been more excited about it recently than I was originally, because it was originally announced before Endgame, right? And people knew they were happening, but then in Endgame, she dies, right? Spoiler alert, I guess. And then I remember coming out of that movie, and one of the things I thought about was, how are they going to do a Black Widow movie? And then I was kind of disappointed for a long time, but because the movie's been pushed back for so long, I'm no longer like disappointed. I just kind of want to see it now.
Yeah. Right.
Because at first I was like, I wasn't sure how it's going to work, but now I'm kind of like, you know what? I just kind of want to see it. I want to see what the fuss was about, and I was going to watch it anyway. So yeah, it's finally coming out.
Yeah. So we're all still in. It just kind of disappeared from our kind of like hype meter, I guess. And then almost every movie's been getting pushed back and back and back stuff. I think Tenet was one of the only ones that dropped, and then Godzilla versus King Kong just dropped this week and stuff like that. So brand new trailer. So let's see. I actually don't really even remember the previous trailers. I know there's a couple of their characters thrown in the mix. And I remember Taskmaster looking cool as hell. So I don't know if there's anything we want to mention before we jump to this trailer. So this is all the way from Iron Man 2 from 2010. And now we're in 2021 getting Black Widow. So she has played this character for a decade, which is pretty impressive. And I think it's finally due that she does get this movie. And, under better circumstances, I would have loved this to be a big blockbuster. But let's look at the trailer, and we'll talk a little bit more about it afterwards. So you guys ready to do this?
Been waiting a day and a half.
Yeah, let's trailer reaction. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's trailer reaction. All right, let's rock and roll. So trailer's coming up on now.
You don't know everything about me. I've lived a lot of lives before I was an Avenger. Before I got this family. I made mistakes choosing between what the world wants you to be.
Okay,
We're gonna recap it for
so
you,
far,
right?
no new footage yet.
Who you are.
Yeah.
We have to go back to where it all started.
Where did you think I was all this time?
We have unfinished business.
My girls are the toughest girls in the world.
I'm sorry. We had our orders and we played our roles.
It wasn't real.
It was real to me. To me, you were everything.
Bring her home.
Put your seatbelts on. She's such a mom.
One thing's for sure. I'm done running from my past.
All right, so that was pretty cool. I like the new twist on the Avengers theme song. So Pat, originally, yeah. So originally, I believe Emily Blunt was tapped to play the role, and then she got us was unable to do so because of other projects. Would you rather see Emily in this role than Scarjo?
No, no way, no way. You can't replace Scarlett Johansson. As good as our Emily Blunt is, like, you know, Mary Poppins was the best movie of that year. As good as Emily Blunt is, you can't replace her to play Black Widow. Gotta get out of here. I think the girl playing Yelena right now is the same girl that that was in that wrestling movie, right? So she's younger, so maybe the goal is afterwards she takes over as the Black Widow. That's what everybody's talking about, or at least the Black Widow substitute.
Florence Pugh. Yeah, Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with her.
I think she's been nominated for some Oscars, doing like big projects and things like that. She's quite popular now. I think, like, I guess popular. I'm trying to avoid the use the word hot right now, but like she's hot right now.
Like a hot name right now, right?
Yeah. So it's a good pivot if we're gonna do something like that.
So when we first saw the trailer, the idea is that most of the public thinks that she is tapped to, I guess, replace Scarlett Johansson. I don't remember seeing anything in the news that said that Scarlett Johansson didn't want to play the part anymore. But I guess, you know, 8 films later, a decade of playing this role, maybe she is wanting
and
to step
she's
away
dead.
with, like, Chris Evans and stuff. Yeah, I thought it was kind of like
she did die. Yeah,
like, she held it down in that movie. She's the one that took over for everybody in that movie. So it was a shame that character died.
I was really hoping Hawkeye.
Do you remember if they had a funeral for her?
Not really.
I don't remember. I don't think they have.
Yeah, because Iron Man gets a crazy funeral, which everyone attends, right? But
yeah, but Iron Man died. She didn't die. She just never came out of the Mind Stone.
Right?
They
had more stuff to do with that. Yeah.
Yeah, she never came out. Like she just went in there, just like how Gamora never came out.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's been a couple of years since Endgame, right? But yeah, so
Gamora came back, but yeah, Endgame wrapped in 2019, so it's been two years, I guess. Feels longer for some reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I guess the pandemic going on makes it feel like extra long since we've seen it. So yeah, this was supposed to drop back in 2020. Chris, do you have is there where was your favorite version of her in all the Marvel movies so far that you remember? Is it Winter Soldier, or
I'd say Winter Soldier. Her and Chris Evans had that kind of flirty chemistry, and she got her chance to do a lot of action stuff like that. So I think that was probably the best performance I saw from her. Yeah, that one. Her final scene in Endgame is great though too. Like that whole sequence I thought was amazing. So
yeah. Her sacrifice was really cool, and she even got, I don't remember if it was Endgame or Infinity War, where it's her, Cap, and all the guys like kind of running the Black Ops team. And they take down like supervillains, and they're just people like they don't have the super power set that everyone else has, which was really cool. So yeah, I think. I don't know if there's anything else. I thought we were going to see some more Taskmaster in the trailer, but
honestly,
I guess that was the previous trailer.
Like independent, if this was not a Disney Marvel Black Widow movie, the trailer looked kind of basic though, right?
It was very, just like, it had a very serious tone as opposed to the previous one, which is more comedic. But I do expect the classic Marvel stuff, the huge action set pieces, the funny humor, things like that. One thing I'm a little worried about is Taskmaster going to be like a fleshed out villain, or is he just going to be like a
goon,
the faceless dude who is hunting
like
her?
Some type of machine, or almost like a Winter Soldier type. At the end, because the guy's like, "Oh, go get me the whatever," and then he just kind of looks like he's unleashed. But yeah, I think you're right though. The tone of this trailer versus the original trailer, which I think did have more of the jokey. Almost like a Black Widow family kind of element.
Yeah, the first
didn't have any of it.
It'll be there. I think it'll be there. They just chose to not.
Yeah, the old trailer it felt like a Marvel movie. This kind of felt like a generic action movie. Yeah. Right.
That set piece where stuff's falling from the sky and that looks crazy too. That's probably just like the end, but it looked pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they said they're going to make any changes to the movie from when it was originally supposed to be released over time, right? But if it's the same movie, then you should still see that same.
To my understanding, this movie has been in the can for a year. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the biggest thing the trailer did was remind me that movie's coming out, and it reignited that excitement.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, right? Like, I mean, there's so many movies that just disappeared, and I think having a periodic trailer coming out was good, right? And I mean, come on, man! Like that white costume looks so good.
Yeah.
Looks just like.
Yeah, these action figures. Pat's holding up the action figures that came out
before
the movie was delayed 3 times. So
yeah,
who knows what's going to happen with the action figures when the movie finally drops?
Well, here's a question: who's going to cameo? I think Hawkeye's probably the most likely cameo.
Yes.
I think anyone else? Are we going to find out what happened in Budapest? Yeah. So
it's going to be Hawkeye. If I get to guess one person to cameo, if any at all, it would be Hawkeye. If it's not like a villain that you see from the shadows or something like that.
Do you have a wild card pick? Somebody like
you have to remember the era. It happened during Civil War, so my guess would be either Hawkeye or like the Winter Soldier or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Right? I think it's going to be Iron Man. I think it's going to be Iron Man. Yeah.
Why?
For sure.
They're on different sides, right?
Just because. Just to add to his numbers of how many Marvel movies he was in.
Here's my pick. Jimmy Woo. I want to see Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo? That would be freaking awesome.
Jimmy Woo was... Okay, whatever.
Where was he in that? I don't know. I just want to see him.
Timeline-wise, he would be nowhere near, by the way.
He'd be in San Francisco probably working some case. I don't know.
Yeah, he'd be in San Francisco before Scott Lang went to house arrest.
Yeah.
or you could see Chris Evans maybe. Like it is like in that era right after Civil War, right? So anyone on that side,
is Hawkeye. Yeah, everybody
right after Civil War, before Infinity War. So Civil War was 2016 and Infinity War was 2018.
And the reason why I say Hawkeye is that Jeremy Renner is still involved with the Marvel universe.
Yeah, he's getting his own show, right? So
he's getting his own TV show.
Yeah. Is he getting a show, or is Haley Steinfeld getting that Kate Bishop show and he's just in it?
That's the show.
I think that's the show.
Yeah.
Is it his show or her show? That's my point.
He's probably grooming her to take his spot. Yeah, kind of thing.
That's my point. Is it her show with him, or is it his show with her?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But
all right. Well, anyways, that was our trailer reaction to Black Widow. I guess I feel like that trailer was a lot more serious than they probably should have made it. They probably should have lightened it up a little bit. A couple notches.
It was more serious than the Suicide Squad trailer.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm pretty sure we're all dialed in to see it. Chris Ho, how dialed in are you to see it? Are you gonna go Disney Plus Premium? Pay for it right on the ASAP as soon as it comes out. Yeah, I think I'm in
Disney
the same
has
boat.
so much of my money; they're gonna get more. Yeah, I have to see this right away. You have to see this.
Pat, are you instant right away, or are you gonna wait for it to become free?
most likely.
The guy's holding an action figure of her.
Yeah,
He's gonna watch it day of.
I didn't watch Raya and the Last Dragon day of. I haven't seen that yet, so I don't watch everything Disney made.
So this is one of those movies that you're probably gonna pay. Almost everybody, I feel like.
Honestly, if it's in theaters and it's safe to go to theaters, I would go to the theater.
Yeah, I would have loved to see it in the theaters, but
because we don't know, right? But like, it's being released in theaters. If it's in Canada and it's safe to go to a theater, I would go to the theater.
Yeah. I think we always.
All right. Anyways, thank you folks for tuning in. So Heroes World podcast, new episodes every week. The Heroes World Sidekick show live every Monday, and the random trailer reactions all over the place. So please subscribe, give us a sub. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. Really help us out if you subscribe. Thank you guys for joining me again last minute. So Late Night Posse back again this afternoon or evening. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.